All right, water's ready. I got Hovind on standby. Yeah, we're doing this today. A little later, got a members only stream planned. A few months back, many months back actually, I attempted to do a little members only stream watching Night at the Creation Museum. I don't know why. I thought that'd be fun to do, and I kind of forgot a little technical issue with using my laptop for that one, but gonna try again later. So if you wanna join in and check that out, that'll be that'll be available once it's happens later. Anyway, enough preamble. I usually try to keep it under a minute at this stage. Yeah, we're gonna watch Hovind's usual Sunday crap fest. It's been a very eventful week regarding this clown. Um, his interaction with Seth and well, let's just say my boy's been planning something pretty big in response to that. So you know, when that pops up, it'll be fucking awesome. But for now, I'm just gonna do the usual here with Hovind because I hadn't done that in a while, and I know people are missing it. So let's just get right to it. Just have some fun, act stupid, laugh at this clown because every single day he pops online and does this shit, and he thinks he's actually helping the world. Let us all laugh derisively in his general direction.
This morning we'll be in Proverbs chapter 27. Open your Bible exactly to the middle. You should hit Psalms. Actually, technically Psalms 118, verse 8, if you're worried about it. And the exact middle is the two words, the Lord. Is the middle of the Bible. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I didn't count the letters. Okay. But anyway, so then right after Psalms,
Yes, wouldn't that be so incredibly convenient there, Kent, that it just happens to say that in one particular version? Oh no, but if you ask me, that sounds like something some rando made up, like everything you people make up to try to make things look so magical and amazing with your book of bullshit.
book of Proverbs. If you want to get our series we did on Psalms, Joseph, is that ready? All the slides? Did you find the rest of them?
No, it's not exactly ready. It's getting the file.
Okay. Soon. You get all my slides. I spent hours and hours on this getting slides. You can use it, preach the sermons, change something if you don't like it. Okay.
Oh, don't worry, Kent. I already have your 2003 slide set and have changed plenty. If you dig in my Discord, you might actually still find some old posts. I have my Discord set up to actually delete messages in most of the channels after a while, as just a matter of housekeeping. And if not, I'll post some new stuff when I get lazy and go through the PowerPoint and edit some things around. It amuses me to do sometimes because it makes it look like Hovind typed something he didn't type. Ha ha.
Okay. Proverbs chapter 27. Humility, prudent decision making, the value of genuine friendship. Some people have never really had a real friend. Okay.
That would be Kent Hovind. Also, I don't know what this buffering randomly is, but we'll just roll with it.
With you in a minute. Okay. We're on Facebook and on Rumble and on, let's see, Twitter, X. We're on our own app, KentHovind.tv. We're on Instagram, TikTok. A bunch of people following. Sign up for all of them in case they take one down, because they're likely to take one down.
Oh, yes, they just taking down Hovind's stuff because that's all they care about. Ignoring the fact that you're continuing to ban evade on this channel. I mentioned this in a previous stream. Here's the stuff I was talking about where they have all the contact info added in now, like a base run through. Anyway, yeah, keep on denying this is you guys, Kent. Keep on.
Joseph, they said they're reinstating channels that were on YouTube that were taken down for medical misinformation.
No, they're not, Kent.
Like the vaccines. That's the reason they took our first one down with 200.
No, that didn't help, but from what I understand, it actually was purchasing of subscribers. Again, a violation of YouTube terms of service. And in a previous stream, he apparently alluded to something similar, trying to say this kind of stuff as an excuse to why this YouTube channel exists when this is not at all the original channel. So I don't know what kind of long game idiocy they're playing, but they're absolutely fucking terrible at coming up with anything coherent.
50,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I've appealed on that, and we've already been denied.
Also, Joseph doesn't know a goddamn thing, and I'm amazed any of the tech at DAL works as well as it does. Let me Let me pull it up. I know you all saw this. I know you all did. But give me a moment to pull this up because I feel it warranted now that we're talking about Joseph. This is going to be a little bit of a sidestep, but what do we do in my streams but sidestep, around everything? It's like, oh, we're talking about this, oh, let's go over here, let's go over there, on and on and so forth. We have this interaction. So, give me just a sec. I was on an alternate account, and of course I'd posted about this, so most of you would have already seen it. But I just want to put it in a video because it's so fucking ridiculous that I was on an alternate account because they block everything in these things. Joseph is sitting there doing as much damage control as possible. Laura happened to be in there as well. I had commented because Kent had repeatedly commented on Simon Dan's videos that, oh, they're deleting my comments, it's hiding my comments. And it's like, no one's blocking your comment. You can't put a URL in the comment or YouTube will hide it by default. That's how the platform works because he keeps putting the drdino.com in there. With Laura popping up, hey, I thought Ken Hovind had gotten kicked off YouTube for violating community standards. What is this? Just bringing the point, constantly stressing the point. With Joseph acting on behalf of Dr. Dino. I'll bet you're waiting on Jimmy Kimmel to get back and glad Charlie Kirk is gone, lol. Like, what the fuck? that has nothing to do with anything, but, okay, continue playing the victim. But then Joseph shows his absolute idiocy with a trying to correct my your with a you are your. What the fuck? That's not it at all. And right there, he uses the wrong your, doubling down. Instead of using this your, he uses the wrong one, which he says was wrong from my end, but was actually the correct one. And I didn't even realize I had captured that in the moment. But good fucking God. How dumb are you, Joseph? Like, there was a point where we were kind of okay with one another, but nah, dude. Nah. You're fucking stupid. And you're a jerk. And lastly, you're working for Kent. So, whatever. Be a little bitch boy. I'm better than you. I'm better than Kent. Cry some more. Back to Hovind in the present moment, though. I just wanted to go over that. Just wanted to point that out in his stream. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And of course, Hovind's back here asking Joseph for all these facts. Joseph could tell him whatever the goddamn hell he wants, and Hovind would just be like, oh, okay. After, extensively in talking with Seth, Ambushed Apostate, regarding the arcing test.
I do. All of you call YouTube, whoever they are, say, look, they're Chinese,
Call YouTube, whoever they are.
aren't they? I don't speak any Chinese. Alcohol.
Kent, they're American, you fucking racist piece of shit. Your precious TikTok and shit, that's where your Chinese CCP influence is, you dumb fuck.
Which that's Vietnamese. Never mind. Okay. Anyway.
Mocking East Asian languages is amusing.
Get them to say, look, put that channel back up. I don't hurt anybody. They get all our videos and spread them around to the world. Here we go. 28th, Proverbs 27, September. If you want to join us for any holiday, come on down. We'll be your family. Many people don't have a family. Well, don't be lonely sitting at home.
Many people like Hovind don't have a family.
Come visit us. We'll feed you and house you, and if you stay too long, we'll put you to work. The way it works around here. Our fall festival coming up the end of October. Then we have Christmas. Come join us for Christmas. Don't be lonely. Come visit us. We'll treat you like royalty. And we need some more cabin spaces. I'll talk about that in just a minute. We fill them up all the time. Thousands of visitors from all over the world. Church group came down from Birmingham, had a blast, about a week and a half ago. We have church groups come.
Everyone has a blast. No one just has an all right time. We all together could go there, be miserable as hell, and Hovind would still show pictures saying we had a blast.
School groups, doesn't matter. We have 17 lakes and ponds you can fish or swim in. All kinds of fun stuff to do. Let's see. Perfect
1 out of every 100 has a drowning. Take your chances now at Dinosaur Adventureland.
place. Bring for family reunions, conference
Your kids may die, but it's okay. It's free.
revivals, retreats, scout camps. Come on down. DAL is not a cult, as some of the idiots around here say. The Baptist
You know, the more you have to stress against it being a cult, the more that cements that you're fully aware that it's a fucking cult.
church camp teaching people to believe the Bible and
Because if it was a load of crap, you just ignore it. Like 99% of the shit people say about me who know precisely fuck all about me. Because unlike you, I don't put all of my personal business out for the world to just to openly discuss.
they forgot. Bring your whole family. We have stuff for all ages. Let's see. Justin, your boys are 3, 5, and 7. And your wife is a registered nurse. And you've been here a long time. Why did some of the morons call this a cult?
Hey, yeah, your person has some credentials that every single person can just. I'm not gonna get started. Just understand that being an RN, while it is an accomplishment, isn't exactly a bastion of intelligence based on what I've experienced. Indeed, however, being a medical professional seems to be a dying art in this era. Because I've run into far too many people who have no fucking clue what they're doing, and yet somehow still have practices. But that's a completely different discussion for another time.
Yeah. And they say they're pedophiles. You got 3 kids, 3, 5, and 7. I got a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, and Chris Jones fucking loves them. And what the hell are you bringing up your Swiss Army knife for? Oh, is that the one that Eric stole? Did you get it back? Or did you just replace it? And, you know, like most adults, did you just get over the loss of the old one?
If we find a pedophile, I'll fix him myself.
Yeah. Okay, first off, Kent, as much as I'm usually with the go-getter sentiment, that is illegal. Secondly, you don't seem to agree with that when a different kind of evil is being targeted and taken care of. What else? Oh, yeah, we know you're full of shit because you openly invite Chris Jones. You're not going to escape that. We're going to keep bringing up Chris Jones, a pedophile. So get the fuck over it. You're a pedo-enabling piece of shit, and your cult-ass dino theme park of garbage is a death trap. Prove me wrong, Kent. I love Charlie Kirk so fucking much with his prove me wrong. He's just having conversations. Okay, prove me wrong, fuckface. You complain about Shyman Dan won't come on my show. You come on my show, Kent. How about that? Or, oh no, Shyman Dan won't have me on his show. Open invitation, Mr. Hovind. Come on over anytime. Suddenly channeled in some weird twisted Harley Quinn there for a moment. Oh no. Fucking tired. Let's keep going.
Okay. There are no pedophiles here. There are no drugs or alcohol. It's a great place for kids of all ages. Perfect place to learn some real science. The Earth is 6,000 years old. It is not billions of years old. Dinosaurs lived with
That has nothing to do with it being a cult or not. You just work it in there like this is just a normal thing.
man all through history. They called them dragons or some other name. The geologic column does not exist. Grand Canyon is a washed out dam that formed in a few weeks. It did not take millions of years. See, water does not flow uphill in Arizona. And the top of the canyon is 3,000 feet higher than where the river enters the canyon. It's a lake that drained.
No, it's not.
I show all that in video number 4. Anyway, don't get me riled up here. Evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. And learning how to defend your faith against those who've been brainwashed into that religion is what we're about. Most of you know, DAL's been open for free. We've been building for 9.5 years.
Yeah, we know that because you won't shut the fuck up about it.
Built by volunteers and donations from those who love the ministry. Had 40,000 plus visitors from all 50 states and 80 foreign countries. We serve about 3,000 meals a month. We do it all free. Want to help out? People of all ages love it here. We teach hundreds of simple, powerful lessons. If you haven't taken the real tour with me in the Jeep,
no one's taking your goddamn real tour. Well, I mean, people are taking it, but I mean, it's fucking stupid. Your DAL, your little Adventureland, is a shrine to yourself. You understand that, right? That's all it is a shrine to yourself. Honestly, from everything I've seen, there's actually very little Jesus there. Just saying. And I want to point out, Claude Ball's reminding us to never forget that another pedo who was on the board of directors for DAL is Brady Byram. Facts.
You haven't seen this part. But we teach them, you got to make decisions carefully. You know, if dad said, don't go down that hill, but you didn't listen, did you? I tell the parents, take a picture here. That'll save them $50,000. Take a picture of their kid laying there by the sign. I didn't listen to dad, and blow it up, put it in their bedroom. And when they get ready.
Joe, you just missed me rambling for 15 minutes. So, usual stream stuff.
To do something stupid. Hey, come here, kid. Let me remind you of this picture. Those kids had a blast. I do this every day, a couple times a day. Yesterday, our Creation Science Center was attacked by a ferocious T-Rex. I was sitting in my office looking right out the window, and there came this T-Rex. But our fearless secretary and Science Center tour guide came out and scared him away.
God, those pictures fucking suck, Kent. Come on, can you even try? Can the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland even fucking try? Oh wait, no, they can't.
Thank you, Bobby. You saved us.
Fuck you, Bobby.
Is Bobby in here? I told her I was going to mention her this morning. Okay. Our 1/3 scale model of Noah's Ark, 170.
See, if I talk shit about Joseph, then talk shit about Joseph's wife, because Bobby is Joseph's wife, I'll probably really piss him off. And the great thing about that is that it means that if he gets pissed off, that means that stupid son of a bitch actually wastes his time watching my content to report back to Hovind. Because something funny too is when I showed the screenshot from the live chat the other day, a couple live streams back, the following night, which happened to be the one that they talked with posted on, I believe. He mentioned maybe taking off the www does something, and it's like, oh yeah, conveniently you bring that up, so you block me and talk shit and incorrectly correct me on grammar, yet still take my advice. It's really funny how that works, Joseph. It's almost as if you're a dishonest piece of shit. Am I wrong about something? Is your wife not an ugly fuck? Are you not a dishonest piece of shit? Oh, those are just ad homs. I don't care. Prove me wrong then, Joseph. Prove me wrong, Kent. Prove me wrong, Dinosaur Adventureland. Come on my show, you keyboard warriors. See how easy it is? I could just do a whole Hovind parody channel if I really wanted to. But I've got more important things to do with my life. I do this shit, as I always stress, when I'm bored. Let's continue.
25 feet long is about 80% done. But we've come to the most expensive part. We're building 12 nice motel-type rooms in the west end for visitors and staff. We need plumbers and electricians, and 12 toilets, 12 showers, 12 bathroom sinks, a bunch of electrical wiring. Some of you plumbers and electricians, you got all kinds of spare boxes and outlets and stuff. We got to go buy it all. Just bring a bunch with you and help us wire 12 mini apartments, okay? Or help us do it.
All you people with valuable components, just come give them to us. Just come down to bumfuck nowhere and give them to us. What the fuck, Kent? Just begging for shit. Fuck you.
Okay, let's see. What on earth are you doing for the Lord's kingdom, okay?
I don't know, trying to dismantle the pathetic illusions people have in their head about this fairy tale piece by piece. Until eventually the entire concept is ridiculed by all of human populace, thus freeing us from Bronze Age mythology and the idiocy that comes with that.
So spend a few days and help us out. If you can't come, help those who do. Pay for stuff, okay? It's like...
Or, if you want to put your money where it actually matters, via many methods, including super chats, including the link that I think is still up on the upper left corner of the screen, and lots of other ways. You can help out Yamato and by proxy Ambushed Apostate as we continue to work through the complications of this city sucking.
If you like watching grown men fight over a ball and you think that's more important than working for the Lord, then stay home. We'll do it without you. We've addicted ourselves to the ministry. That's a cool verse.
We've addicted ourselves to the Hovind, or else we're dependent on the Hovind. We must suck on the Hovind's teat for the nourishing milk that keeps us alive. Yes, sir, Mr. Hovind. I will totally continue building Noah's Ark, unless you kick me out of Dinosaur Adventureland and I have nowhere to go, because I'm otherwise an incompetent piece of shit who has no value anywhere else in society. Signed, half the people who work at Dinosaur Adventureland.
1 Corinthians, they addicted themselves to the ministry. I like that. That's what I want to do. I want that on my tombstone. He was addicted to the ministry. So some people addicted to.
I mean, it'll say that, but eventually, someone's going to carve a swastika in there because you're a Nazi. Did I mention you're a Nazi yet, Kent? Because guess what? You're a Nazi.
Something else. There's a war going on. In 2 Kings 17, it says they sold themselves to do evil. Some people, that's their goal in life. We had somebody come by a couple nights ago and set our sign on fire. See the bottom corner there? That's right down the road here. So a few nights ago, some brave coward set our signs on fire. Want to help us buy a new one? They're about $3,000 for both sides of that sign, okay? You have to be brave to attack a sign that can't fight back.
Oh, are you hurt, Kent? Are you mad? Probably mad that you got to spend more money. But don't worry, it's someone else's money. You just have to beg for it. Oh, if only they'd have tried harder.
If you did that, you're a coward, okay? 1350, did I get the right number? I did. I add slides all
Hovind would be the expert on cowards.
the time, right up to the last minute. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. How many ever had something unexpected happen to you that you weren't expecting?
Wow, Kent, it's almost as if that just kind of happens. That's inevitable. What the fuck? How you had something unexpected happen that you weren't expecting? It's kind of the definition, man, but I mean, okay.
I guess that would be redundant again, wouldn't it? Okay.
Yeah, just like everything about you.
Yeah. In James, he said, go to now, you that say today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. They already made their plans up. We're going to go there and make a bunch of money. You don't know what shall be on the morrow. What's your life? It's a vapor. Poof. It appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. You ought to say, if the Lord will, we will do such and such, okay? Do this or that. This verse is not ruling out wise planning for the future, only being overconfident that you have the ability to control the future, because you don't, and neither do I, okay? No one can presume on.
Technically speaking, we do have some control over the future if in isolated situations. Because, by doing something like burning a sign, we can determine its state in the future. It has been burned. It cannot be unburned. I mean, I guess technically it can, but that gets into physics. We're not going to get into it. That's some sci-fi bullshit right there. Point is, you've determined the future of that object, that it will forever be burned, that it will forever be broken, it will forever be, this way, that way. Unless someone again changes it in another way. So it's very confined, but yeah, you can control the future of certain objects, of certain situations, potentially, if nothing else acts on it. Then presuming on God's future, well, the future will be like the past, truly irrelevant, yet still somehow believed by a dwindling group of idiocy that hopefully will reach a volume of 0 at some point. But again, what do I know?
God's future. Spurgeon considered what a blessing it was that we do not know what a day may bring. Charles Spurgeon, great preacher of 100 years ago. To know the good might lead us to presumption. To know the evil might tempt us to despair. Happy for us is that our eyes cannot penetrate the thick veil which God hangs between us.
And yes, Brock, a keen eye on that one. They are using the Dino as a microphone holder, which is honestly pretty clever. So I'll give them that.
Tomorrow, and we cannot see beyond the spot where we are now. And that, in a certain sense, we're utterly ignorant to the details of the future. We may indeed be thankful for our ignorance. Spurgeon was great, okay? Boast not thyself of tomorrow. He said, let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth. A stranger, and not thine own lips. Don't brag about yourself. I am the greatest.
All right. This is the point where everyone in the chat feeds my ego by bragging about me and how fucking awesome I am and how stable all the software I fuck with is and all the other cool shit I do that you don't know about. Just make up cool shit I can do, because why not? Also, the middle of this dude's name is Ass. Oh, that's level maturity we're going with this stream. How you doing? Great to see everybody. But seriously, gloat about me. Apparently that's the correct way for me to have an ego. I want to piss off God on this Sunday morning. Fucker. Fucking snowflake ass.
Cassius Clay said, and he changed his name to Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest.
It didn't even click with me that was Cassius Clay. It did not even click with me that was my boy Muhammad Ali. Now I feel bad. I mean, his name does contain ass in the middle, but now it just, just like, I can't disrespect Muhammad Ali like that.
I said that even before I knew I was. I am the greatest. Till he's laying on the mat looking around with stars going around. What happened?
Yeah, 5 losses out of how many? Being the best doesn't necessarily having an undefeated record. And it really is about the moments, about the individual competition. Of course, what am I, as a fucking nerd, doing explaining the basics of athleticism and sportsmanship to Kent Hovind? A man who would cheat at any sport you put him in because he doesn't know how to actually play properly.
Not quite the greatest, Mr. Cassius, okay? A stone is heavy.
And also, again, not respecting people's chosen names or anything, but he sure loves to refer to Sam Clemens as Mark Twain.
The sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than
He also probably refers to Ted Cruz as Ted Cruz.
them both. Wrath is cruel, and anger is outrageous. But who's able to stand before envy? Open rebuke is better than secret love. It's better if somebody just tells you right up front, listen, you stink, go take a shower. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wrath is cruel. Who can stand before envy? Envy is an interesting word. A feeling of discontent and resentment aroused by and in conjunction with desire for the possessions or qualities of another.
Translation, the only emotion Hovind feels.
I wish I had what he's got. That's envy, okay? Envy found in the Bible quite a few times. The sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy is the rottenness of the bones. I forgot to call Patrick Urish up in Pennsylvania. I've heard that people who are envious and always wanting other things but can't get them, it does something to their skeletal structure. Depletes calcium or something. I don't know what it does. He would know. Pat Urish, Y-U-R-I-S-H.
Citation from someone who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. Needed, please.
.ihp.com. Yeah, okay. Urish, IHP, no dot. Urish, IHP, Y-U-R-I-S-A. He's a genius. He's one of our trustees. Genius on nutrition. Anyway, wrath is cruel. Anger.
So let's just point out, making him a completely biased source. Oh yes, let me cite this person who I work intimately with regards to this stupid-ass ministry, quote-unquote.
Is outrageous. Who's able to stand before envy? For he knew that for envy they delivered him. See, Jesus knew the chief priests had delivered Jesus for envy. He had big crowds following them. Jesus had big crowds following him, and he would teach them, and they'd gather around and listen. The priests would sit there and wish everybody could come hear me. So
Brock has requested that I read their last comment in Ken's voice. As Seth's dog barks in the other room. The wish of space is the Hovind. Hovind!
people are envious of our YouTube channel and our other channels, aren't they, Joseph?
Wait, do you admit you have a YouTube channel now, Kent? Hang on a sec, this is a big deal.
Hear me.
Excuse me, I just pulled a Hovind. This is a big deal.
Some people are envious of our YouTube channel and our other channels, aren't they, Joseph?
But Kent, you're not on YouTube. So I guess you are on YouTube. Thanks for acknowledging it, Kent.
That one guy, AJ, he's always saying, trying to use my name to get more views on his channel.
Okay, AJ hasn't posted really in a couple of months now. Right? He's really toned it down as other things are obviously going on that he's focusing on. Hopefully a lot of art. I'm the one who's been doing shit nonstop, but you can't bring me up. You can't bring me up because you can't spin anything from me. You can't even touch me, Kent. Partly because I use too many words that are verboten in your end of the world or end of the world end of the world end of the woods, which is fine, you know. That's just how things go. That's kind of intentional. But additionally, I think there's a bit too much savagery going on in general that you just can't handle. Remember, as a piece of video that was never supposed to see the light of day, but you will see soon enough in Seth's upcoming video, says, I am Kent Hovind's new worst nightmare. With Robert Beatty stepping back, I take that title. So, Kent, as far as it comes to people pissing you off and being dominant in your in protesting you on the internet, I am the greatest.
Envious. I love it. Okay. The patriarchs moved with envy, sold Joseph into Egypt. They sold their own brother. Why? They were envious of him. Yeah. People do dumb things when
And no, I envy nothing about you, Kent.
they're envious.
I should say, not in such a way that I would not be quote unquote envious or otherwise desiring similar from anyone who is in such a situation, i.e., somehow being able to fail upwards and having the easiest job in the world.
Jews saw the multitudes, they were filled with envy. This is in the book of Acts. Jesus is gone. These are the disciples out preaching, and people come to hear him. And the Jews get envious. Wish they'd come hear me preach. Well, say something smart. Maybe they will. Okay. The Jews believe not. They were moved with envy. So they took unto them.
Joe Cool, serious answer. I've been playing too much Castlevania Symphony of the Night, randomizers and shit. I'm not even kidding. I actually haven't played Guild Wars much in the past month. Ever since Seth moved down here, we've just been doing a lot of hanging out and a lot of just little side projects and stuff. And he's off recording something right now, actually doing some audio work and stuff in an isolated area. So that's actually part of the impetus for me to go at this. It felt a little more natural because, you know, having your friend watch you do a whack-a-Hovind, it's weird, man. I mean, you know, I ain't a fan of friends watching you whack. You know what I mean? But that's really it. Just been working on other crazy stuff. And yes, you have caught a Yamato live. Welcome to the party. Please enjoy your stay.
Certain lewd fellows of the baser sort. There's plenty of them.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know those guys. I used to be one of them. And then things never change. I don't know. I mean, anyway. Everyone just likes to have fun in appropriate circumstances. Who am I to judge? Am I right?
Goes around and gathered a company and set the city on fire. They did a riot. Isn't that what the liberals are doing now? You know what the opposite of right is wrong.
My fucking Christ on a shit cracker. Are you seriously going to go this route, Kent? That because the concepts of right and left also happen to have the word right, which is also a word for correct in the English language, and the two may or may not necessarily be related. I would imagine they are, but I'm not 100%. Language is weird. It's like how sinister as actually means left-handed. Like, what the fuck, man? That's a pretty bitch move right there. But that doesn't mean anything, Kent. And you can tie any two things together. That doesn't mean they're at all actually related, or the logic behind your tying them together makes a correct, factual statement.
L-E-F-T. Okay. Some indeed preach Christ.
Yeah, that's where he went. Fuck you, Kent. You're fucking retarded. There, I fucking said it. I apologize for dropping the R-bomb, but goddamn. Hovind is retarded. I will refrain from using that word again in any stream for at least a week. Scout's honor. Hovind Scout.
Christ of envy and strife. He's proud, knowing nothing. Whereof cometh envy, strife, really. It's in the Bible, 20 times the word envy. You can look it up for yourself. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Look, when somebody loves you, they'll tell you the truth. But the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. The full soul.
Joe, I really do need to. I've been neglecting my friends here. I apologize for that. These things just take a lot of time. I gotta be in the right mood. Everything has to come together. And when I'm a little less depressed than normal, I'm less likely to whack Hovind and more likely to play Castlevania for hours on end.
Loatheth and honeycomb. But to the hungry soul, every bitter thing is sweet. Faithful, forthwith he came to Jesus and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. That's Judas. In Mark chapter 14, as soon as he was come, he goeth straightway and said, Master, Master, and kissed him.
Yes. Hello there, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Woman in Luke chapter 7 stood behind Jesus, washed his feet with her tears.
Sean, exactly. What did Trump supporters do when he lost? That's all I've got to say. What happened? Compare the events in January of 2021 to the events in January of 2025. How the two different groups reacted.
And wiped them with her hair and kissed his feet. There's only two records of people kissing Jesus in the Bible. Judas to betray him for money, and the woman to show her extreme love and devotion. Have you ever shown your love for the Lord? It would really help if you just tell somebody else about him.
All right, everyone, show your love for Lord Yamato, preferably through financial donations. A shekel here, a shekel there. It means the world. And if we can get about 30 shekels set up today, I'll actually get paid next month because, I'm a little low on the YouTube funds because I hadn't been streaming as much. If you can help. If not, that's cool too. Unlike Hovind, I actually, do have a real job and, I can survive. Hovind doesn't have any appreciable income except what people give him. And this fucker still makes hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's absolutely sickening.
That was his greatest command to all the disciples. Guys, would you please go into all the world and spread the gospel? If you're not doing that, you don't get the point. Some of you are more worried about
Plagiarized Jew wisdom. Exactly, Drubius. Exactly.
who wins it over a stupid ball game or knocking a ball into a hole in the dirt. Whoa, yay. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Let's see. A full soul loatheth an honeycomb. When somebody's full, you can't feed them anything. Oh, how about some honey? I just can't fit it. But to the hungry soul, every bitter thing is sweet. See, as newborn babes, we're supposed to desire the sincere milk of the word. If you've got Jesus in your heart, there ought to be a hunger where you want to read the word. You want to know.
No, I just have a hunger for knowledge, a quest for knowledge, a quest for practical understanding of things. I am obsessed with understanding the universe a little bit better every day. That's what drives me. And honestly, the quest for more knowledge, for better understanding of stuff, or more pondering of the reality of things is kind of what keeps me going. Since I don't much care for people in general, individual persons definitely, I'm not exactly a social butterfly. A lot of events don't interest me at all. I've due to circumstance, I've grown up within a nice little bubble. But I like to grasp reality where I can, how I can. Like recently been a lot of research into molten salt nuclear reactors. Why? Because I like nuclear power and the MSR concept is pretty goddamn promising. And of course, again, trying to work that into my sci-fi setting. Universe is coming together great. I feel like once I've got energy distribution done, everything else story-wise is just going to click and I'm going to have something awesome that is never going to get written because I'm a lazy git. Anyway, I don't need this Jesus. I don't need to consume that garbage. I like reality. I like facts. I want to know more about the real world, not what some Bronze Age goat fuckers thought was going on thousands of years ago. Okay? Okay. Also, the only milk babies should be getting is actual fucking milk, not some milk of the word. All right? Feed your goddamn kids actual nutrition, actual knowledge, not this bullshit.
I got a guy text me last night. He's concerned about, can I be sure I'm saved? I said, well, the fact that you're concerned about it is probably a good sign that you are. Because if you weren't saved, the devil would make you busy on something else. You wouldn't even be worried about it. And if you're worried about
oh, yes, convenient. The devil would. So, Kent, what about the people who are confident they're saved? Does that mean they're not because they're not questioning it? Inquiring minds want to know. And technically, according to some interpretations of your theology, I performed acceptance of this stuff on multiple occasions because for some reason people, I wasn't told at a point that a once always concept was a valid thought process. Because I guess each church wants you to feel like, oh, I'm in this church now, so I belong to these people, not in the generic Christo-fascist nightmare that is reality. I don't know. Point is, according to Once Saved, Always Saved, I've got everything covered, so it doesn't really matter what the fuck I say or do. I'm good. That's kind of odd when you think about it, but, I can go with that route. So I wouldn't be questioning whether I am or not.
Why, I'm a sinner. Is God going to take me? That's a good sign you're one of his kids. Because now you're worried about pleasing him. You weren't before, were you? If so be you've tasted the Lord is gracious. Blessed are they which who hunger and thirst after righteousness. They shall be filled. Jesus said, I'm the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger.
Jesus is the bread.
See, there's three things in the Bible mentioned that will help us grow. First is milk, the milk of the word. Then the bread, and then the meat. See, new babies, all they need is milk. It's amazing. They can drink nothing but milk and turn it into fingernails and skin and muscles and hair.
I don't think you can put charlatan on your job application as previous experience.
And teeth, well, not teeth for a while, but organs, and that's it. Then when you're a brand new Christian, just read the Bible. You don't even need to understand it all.
Hey, we've got a special announcement here. This is a broadcast intrusion. This stream has been.
It's called a hostile takeover.
Yeah, the stream has been ambushed.
What's up, beautiful people? I just wanted to say something real quick. I haven't heard this stream. I have no idea what's going on. I have just spent 2 hours dealing with my little slice of Kent Hovind, and I just want you guys to let Caruso know how much you appreciate him, because I'm nearly insane after 2 straight hours, and this man does jump on more than anybody else in the world. So if you got a couple shekels, throw it his way. Show him you love him by hitting that like button and all the YouTube things. I'm fried, y'all, from dealing with Kent. So I'm going to go chill. Y'all have a great day. Love you, mean it. And back to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right. And he's been at this video for a while. It's been 2 solid nights of just editing, everything pre-planned up to him recording stuff. So it's been pretty crazy. So once he gets this thing up, you're going to have to check it out. I've seen 99% of it. Helped with elements of it. Plenty of elements of it, honestly. Just little things here or there that come up. It's like, oh, I've got that file. Oh, hey, I noticed this. So this is one hell of a project he's working on. But anyway, back to more of me whacking the Hovind. Whack the Hovind. We're only halfway through. This fucking sucks.
Probably won't. Just read it. If you read it for 30 minutes, at least you weren't sinning for 30 minutes. That's worth something, okay? And you might.
Every 30 minutes you don't sin is 60 minutes I'm going to sin.
Get something out of it. Babies only absorb about 10%. Or, Amber, maybe you know, what percent do the babies absorb, since you're a nurse, and the rest ends up in the diaper? Have they done studies on that? What, 6 to 8? Can't hear you. 60% they absorb, and 40% you see in the diaper later. Yeah. See? Just read the word. You don't have to get it all. Don't worry about it, okay? A bird that wandereth from her nest. So is a man that wandereth from his place. Strange verse. Clark had a commentary.
Oh, you're not wrong. Yeah. Anyone ever notice that Kent rages against leisure time activities because it cuts in on his grifting time? Yeah. Anytime you're not spent watching Kent Hovind videos, buying Kent Hovind DVDs, listening to his seminars, donating to his ministry, telling your friends, is a moment wasted, as far as Kent is concerned.
On that, a bird that wandereth from her nest, leaving her own brood, places of retreat and feeding ground behind, and going into strange countries where she's exposed to every kind of danger. So is the man who leaves his family connections and country and goes into strange parts to find employment, better his circumstances, or make a fortune. I've seen multitudes of such wanderers from their place come to great misery and wretchedness. God's general advice is, do good, dwell in the land, thou shalt be fed. Oftentimes, you're better off just stay where you are and make it work, okay? The Lord said in Psalm 37, trust in the Lord, do good, dwell in the land, stay there. Delight thyself in the Lord, Commit thy way to the Lord. Rest in the Lord.
Everything is a sin to the foreskin God. Followed up with, so he's saying to poop out at least 40% of the Bible per day. I cannot handle that much shit, all right?
Wait patiently. Some people get so impatient. Man, if I spend $40,000 and move across the country, I can make 2 cents an hour more. Yeah, brilliant thinking, okay? Son, be cautious about moving away. Sometimes it's good. I've moved several times in my life. The grass may look greener somewhere else,
Many of those were in the federal pen because I couldn't follow the rules.
but it might be artificial turf. Also, moving to escape problems might not work. You may be the problem and will bring yourself along. I remember talking to Pastor Dawson when I was just a new Christian in his church. One of the guys in the church, brilliant, genius artist and sign maker, but he was always wrecking his life with alcohol or something else. And go to jail, get out, do good for a while, go back to jail, get out. I said, brother, pastor, what is wrong with Dan? He said, Brother Hovind, he goes to different places and he doesn't realize he brought himself along. Yeah, maybe you need to look in the mirror. Maybe you are the problem. You're not running from the problem. You are it, okay?
Just think about that, Kent. Take all the time you need.
So ointment and perfume rejoice the heart. So doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Something about perfume. Only mentioned in the Bible 3 times. Like this one. Guy sitting next to a lady on the park bench. You use perfume. She says, you don't. Gypsy Smith, his wife died when he was in his late 70s, okay? Gypsy Smith, a great
His second wife. You don't mention that.
Salvation Army preacher back in the 1940s. And so his wife, his second wife, Mary Alice Shaw, married him on her 27th birthday when he was 78. She was 27. When asked why he married one so young, he said, I'd rather smell perfume than liniment. I like that. Married by his own son. 50.
Wow. Okay, Kent. I don't have to provide commentary. It writes itself.
Year-old son did the wedding. Dad, you take this. Okay. Anyway, he received some criticism, of course. She was a great helper to him through the rest of his career. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart.
Yeah, at 27, I'm sure she was, Kent. I'm sure she was.
So doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not. Neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. When you're having a hard time, it's not the time to always go to your brother or sister and whine, can you help me? Some people, when they call me on the phone, I know what they're going to do. They're going to beg for money. I got several of them labeled.
Some preachers, when they start their live streams, they're going to beg for money as I whistle as I talk. Live streams. There we go. Live streams. Now I try to do it and I can't do it.
My phone. Count on it. Brother Hovind, I need more money. I'm broke again. Well, have you tried getting a job? No, not yet. Maybe that would help, you know. Have you tried quitting some of the habits that are eating up your money? Have you quit smoking yet? No. Oh, but you need me to loan you money or give you money so you can support your habit. No, thank you. Okay. I got enough people to support around here. Okay. Don't go. Okay. It's better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. My son, be wise, make my heart glad, that I may answer him that reproacheth me. Son, I want to be proud of you. Be careful about breaking long-term friendships of yours or mine, and live to make me proud of you, son. A prudent man.
You know, you can only do so much. I've lost some long-term friendships, and those people are gone now. So there's never an opportunity for that stuff to be repaired. And it fucking sucks. But it takes 2 to tango. And if the other party is not in a state where they wish to discuss the subject, there's nothing you can do. That's just how it is. That's humans. That's us being social. That's how it works. We have good memories, so we happen to be able to hold grudges. Is what it is.
Man foreseeth the evil. He sees what's coming and goes around it. You see these short videos they put up all the time about idiots on the highway. Drive right into something right in front of them. I didn't see it. Drive right into the back of a semi or especially these tall trucks that go under low bridges. Those are hilarious. A prudent man can see what's coming and hideth himself. Same verse back in Proverbs 22. We talked about that. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Prudent, acting with or showing care and thought for the future. Two guys walk.
Marty, you know, I finally put two and two together, and I think you added me on Facebook. I think that's you. All I need is a yes or a no. But I am amused. I was like, oh, that's who they are, okay. Because I actually have difficulty piecing stuff together sometimes. Of course, sometimes that's intentional, so, you know, the defense mechanism, so it makes sense.
Walked into a bar. The third one ducked.
Okay, that's kind of amusing.
I take people up to the North 40 where we feed the cows, you know, and I say, look, watch where you walk. Almost always there's one kid steps right in it. I say, do you watch where you walk?
So let me tell y'all a story. When I, in 2008, helped a friend move down to Texas, it was New Braunfels, Texas. So we are literally down at the little central park of the town. Beautiful, crystal clear water. Incredible. Perfect temperature. Fucking love it. It's terrifying how much I actually really enjoyed being in Texas. Anyway, so I am filming my friend's niece get on some kind of ride or something, and I'm walking alongside to try to get kind of a particular angle, not looking where I'm going, and I hit a fucking telephone pole. We'll just call them telephone poles. A utility pole that is right there in the path that I happen to be crab walking. You know, just sidestepping, recording. Didn't pay attention. Got hit. Fucking embarrassing. Fucking laugh. You know, everyone laughed. That was fine. But it just reminded me of that. And since I love little random story times, there you go.
Okay, well, you can't write it.
Yamato walks into a pole, film at 11, from, you know, summer of 2008.
My Jeep anymore. Okay. Prudent man foresees the evil. Don't drive a 4-ton vehicle onto soft ground, okay? He that blesseth his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse unto him. Don't go to your neighbor's house at 5 in the morning. Hey, Johnny, you up yet? Let's go get some coffee. You may face, you know, gun barrel out the door if you don't shut up, okay?
What kind of neighborhood you live in where the first reaction to being knocked on is somebody pointing a, oh, wait, I forgot. You're Christian fundamentalist nut jobs who literally have your houses armed for World War fucking III, as if all the firepower you can amass would actually do anything against the supposed tyrannical government that didn't exist until you assholes got in charge.
Continual dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. You ever been in a building where they got a leak in the roof and you hear the drip, 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 drive you nuts? Solomon had 700 wives. He should know.
There's the misogyny. Even more of it. Good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for proving you're a douchebag, Kent.
Said a continual dropping in a rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. Some people just, they want to argue, but no matter what you say, they want to contend with you. Contentious. Fond of a contention, given to angry debate, provoking dispute or contention.
Oh, if that ain't Kent Hovind. He is very, very contentious. Indeed, quite quarrelsome. Very much given to angry debate, provoking dispute or contention. And, of course, he is fond of contention. So, yep, that's you, Kent Hovind. That's you right there.
So they just like to fight, okay? It's better to dwell in the wilderness with a contentious and angry woman. Continual dropping is like a contentious woman. Contentious.
Oh, they talk about contentious women, but never contentious men. Okay, see how it is.
The Bible 3 times. But contentious man, contentious woman twice. What if there's a story there? Okay. To them that are contentious and do not obey the truth.
There's a story there. Misogyny.
Indignation and wrath in Romans and 1 Corinthians. But if any man seem to be contentious, we have no custom. See, people argue about dumb things. For instance, we've had people come here from all kinds of churches. We've had Quakers come, Mennonites, etc. They love it here. We love it too. I was raised Mennonite for about, 5 or 6 years.
Really? Really, Kent? Wow. Okay. Okay, hang on. I am not even being like funny with that. I need to make note of this. Okay, let's go further down the well. This is the kind of news I want. This is the kind of info I want.
In East Peoria, Illinois. Here's First Corinthians 11 tells the story about covering your head. Okay. You see, I pray. Look at verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. So men are not supposed to cover their head when they pray, according to the Bible. Every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head. For that is even as all one as if she were shaven. So here we go. This is where they get the idea. Women should cover their head. But let's read it now carefully. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God. Okay. Keep going. Neither was the man created.
You gonna read the rest of that, Kent? But the woman is the glory of the men. Huh. Funny you didn't read that part. I'm legitimately surprised you didn't, given your rampant misogyny. Huh.
Such as he is the image and glory of God. Okay. Keep going. Neither was the man created for the woman. You can read all that for yourself. Judge for yourselves. Is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Doth not nature itself teach you? If a man have long hair, it's a shame.
Yes, Zumi, I have been exposed to that meme myself and have realized, yeah, everything keeps evolving into crab. Crab here, crab there, crab everywhere. Crabby.
To him. I read that as a new Christian, got a haircut like this, had it ever since. You want to have long hair? Great. Say Jesus had long hair. You don't know that he did not. Look at the pictures and coins of that day. Caesar and those kind of guys, they had haircut kind of like mine. And then when Judas had to go kiss him to pick him out of the crowd, I wonder why. He looked like everybody else. That's why. Okay. If you want.
Again, have to stress, nothing wrong with it, but having to kiss somebody, pick them out of a crowd, seems a little gay to me. Just saying.
Want to have long hair? That's fine. I'm not going to argue with you over it. I'm just saying. I read that verse and it made me change my haircut. Maybe you don't care. Okay. Watch this now. But if a woman have long.
Crab people. Crab people. Taste like crab, talk like people. Wasn't that it from South Park? Oh no, Crab People song was really cool. For some reason I forget it though.
Long hair, it's a glory for her.
And like the Crab People thing just comes out of nowhere. It was great.
To her. Her hair is given her for a covering. The hair is the covering. You don't need a hat. The hair's the covering, okay? But if any man seem to be contentious, we have no such custom. It's not worth arguing about. I read what the Bible says. I do. Many religions teach that the head should be covered anytime you're in public or in prayer. Several religions have head coverings. The Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox. The nuns wear habits and include head coverings. Protestant churches like Amish, Mennonite, Brethren groups.
Yes, his prison photo is just amazing.
Several Plymouth Brethren in our school when I taught in Kankakee, Illinois. I remember one of the girls, brilliant student, always straight A's. Whenever we'd pray, she'd put her hands over her head because she didn't have a hat. Okay, it's not worth
Okay, crab people look like crab, taste like people. Got it.
fighting over. I don't think it's necessary. The hair is the covering. In Judaism, Orthodox and Hasidic women are expected to cover their hair. So you want to cover the covering. Okay. Jewish men wear how do you pronounce it? Kippot, I think they call it. Skull cap. Islam requires Muslim women to cover their heads with a hijab, hijab, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just not gonna bother to learn this. I'm gonna talk about it, not bother. Fucking disrespectful pricks. It's funny that the atheist, barring points of being intentionally, it just intentionally stupid with things for comedic effect, will go out of the way to learn these terms, learn these concepts, and learn them properly, as opposed to the people who actually like religion as a concept, but of course only really the one they particularly adhere to, and everything else is absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't surprise me, but it does. You think a theologian like Hovind would be a little more educated on these things. Not surprised, just pointing it out.
I don't fight them over this. It's not something to be contentious over. This is an example of things that different religions do. Of course, they think they're spiritual and you're not. Those who claim they keep the Sabbath, they think they're spiritual and nobody else is. I've never met anybody who keeps the Sabbath. None. How can you go out of your house to have a Seventh-day Adventist meeting? The Bible says you can't go out of your house. You can't use any utilities. You can't make anybody else work. Anyway, we'll go through all that in video 7.
And you go through it about every other day because for some reason you've been on a fucking tizzy about the Sabbath.
It's not worth fighting over. I stated my case. Here's why I believe what I believe. So the woman's hair is the covering. But don't be contentious about it. It's not a battle worth fighting. Let them wear their hat if they like and focus on bigger issues, son. Okay. Judging yourselves. Let's see. The hair is given her for the covering. Now, if a woman has short hair, she might want to wear a hat for that reason. You do whatever you want, okay? Ask God what pleases him. Okay, let's see. Whoso hideth her.
Yeah, last I checked, it was probably a good old reach around. But I don't know.
Talking about the contentious woman.
I ain't interested in pleasing gods. If you want to, that's fine, but I ain't into dudes, Kent. Alright? Just saying. Pleasing dudes is not anything I'm interested in. That leaves plenty of opportunities for those guys who want to do that. Go at it. Ain't for me. And I stress this only because, again, you seem to protest way too much against the whole LGBTQ community. Yet seem to really be obsessed with pleasing God. Just saying.
Hideth the wind. I love that. What a way to say it. I will refrain from any more comment on that. And the ointment of his right hand which bewrayeth itself. Iron sharpeneth iron. What? So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. If you're a good friend with somebody, you ought to make them better. Sharpen them. When you sharpen an axe, use a steel file to sharpen a steel axe. But they rate steel based on the hardness, okay? Some is different, numbered 1 through 10, okay? A true friend points out your flaws to help you. He's the kind you want to keep close, son. It may hurt a little bit and feel like they're grinding on you, but you will be sharper when it's done. Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. So he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. As in water, face answereth.
What if I don't want no damn figs? What's you motherfuckers' obsession with figs? Oh, right. The author's entire understanding of the world consisted of, a couple of dozen miles of land over the same shitty patch of desert people have been fighting over for forever.
The face, so the heart of man to man. When you look in the water when it's not wavy, you see your reflection. Where the word narcissist comes from. Some guy named Narcissus or something. He did something wrong and the gods cursed him. You're going to look at your reflection in the water and fall in love with yourself. Oh, and he spent the rest of his life staring at himself. Where the word narcissist comes from. Who cares? Okay. Hell and destruction are never full. So the eyes of man.
The amount you say who cares is incredible, Kent, for all these things you specifically bring up. Which is funny because it can be incredibly aptly brought up with regards to you. Who cares? Who cares?
Are never satisfied. Doesn't matter how many football games you watch, you want to watch more. Yeah.
Maybe if you understood athleticism, sportsmanship, and the elements to games, to sports, to those kinds of competitions, those kinds of friendly competitions, you too could see why people do that, why people enjoy that, why people like to see new events. But you have such a myopic view of the world that you will never be able to just appreciate those kinds of things like the average person can and does.
No matter how many, whatever you're in love with, you always want more. People with a big house, you know what they want? Bigger house. People with a fast car, guess what they want? Faster car.
People with a dinosaur park, you know what they want? More dinosaur park. People with more people donating to them, you know what they want? Even more people donating to them. It's human nature, Kent.
People with $1 million in the bank, guess what they...
And I'm going to stress something first, without sin, casting first stone kind of thing. Also, you're really going to talk about the millionaires and them wanting more money when that's the entire Republican agenda? Make the rich richer.
They want more money. As the finding pot for silver and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise. To refine, you heat him up, scrape away the dross, it gets more pure all along. Though thou shouldst bray a fool in a mortar amongst wheat with a pestle, yet will not his foolishness depart from him. What is this talking about? Well, this is a mortar and pestle. You use these in science class, okay? You take a pestle and the pestle and the mortar, and you grind things up in there, okay, to mix them together.
Use those in science class. Not any practical application thereof, no description of it beyond a cursory one, just has to make it sound all sciencey. Because, just a normal grinding tool for things that need to be ground. It's really not that complicated. You're more likely to use it in, early processes to eventually make bread. Medicinal uses. Hell, making types of gunpowder. Technically speaking, if you're careful.
If you bray a fool in a mortar among wheat, his foolishness won't depart. I guess that means even when you break it down to the cellular level.
Exactly, Tyler. Person gets a Hawaiian shirt. They want 50 Hawaiian shirts. It's like the one I wore to the protest. Now I want like a couple of dozen more. It just happens. I don't know why.
A fool. It must be in the DNA. He's stupid all the way through. I've met people like that. Okay.
Yeah, you see one in the mirror every day.
Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. Take care of your stuff, okay? For riches are not forever. Doth the crown endure to every generation? See, the hay appears, and the tender grass shows itself, and the herbs of the mountains are gathered. The lambs are for thy clothing, and the goats for the price of the field, are the price of the field. Thou shalt have goat's milk enough for thy food, for the food of thy household, for the maintenance of thy maidens. Solomon is teaching his son, take care of what you've got, take care of your flocks, save up, build a barn, put your hay in there, take care of your sheep, and you'll be fine for life. I know people, they get enough money, but they waste it all on dumb stuff. Told the story many times, but picked up a guy hitchhiking one time. He said, you mind if I smoke in your car? I said, well, yes, sir, I do, because the smell will be here long after you're gone. I said, how much do those things cost? He said, $1.75.
Oh, here we go. The same fucking smoke story. You made your own cloud. Good God. Did this go anywhere, Kent?
A pack. This was a long time ago. I said, how many packs you smoke a day? He said, 2.5. Got my calculator watch. 5 times 2.5. I said, you do this every day? He said, yeah, every day. I said, time. I said, how long you been doing this? He said, 20 years. I said, sir, you spent $50,000 on smoke. You made your own cloud. And now you're out here with your thumb out because you can't get your cloud started this morning, can you? I said,
Hovind would be the kind of person to mock somebody for chemical addiction.
why did you smoke the first one? He said, well, I was with my friends. I said, stop right there. I know the rest of the story, okay? All you got to have is dumb friends to do dumb things, okay? So take care of your stuff. Solomon giving advice, good advice to his sons. Boys, here's how you live. Okay. Any questions or comments of urgency, brother?
Yeah, fuck you, Kent, and fuck you, Joseph.
Okay. Okay. Tomorrow night, hopefully, Lord willing, Proverbs 28. Come see our play, Dinosaur Adventureland. It's fun. Lots of. If you got ideas for cool swings or slides, or you want to come help us either build or pay for the material to build 12 apartments now. This is the expensive part. You got some toilets or showers. Some of you plumbers might have 5 toilets.
I got some toilets or plates. Just give us all this expensive shit. All this stuff you can make your living on. Give it to me, because I don't want them to work hard to make a living. I'm a grifter.
In your house that you're not using. Don't want the ones you use, okay? But we got to get everything to build 5 complete motel rooms, but basically. 12 complete motel rooms. Help us out if you would. Okay, let's pray and let's sleep. Thank you, Lord, for letting us be part of your family. Thank you for giving us your written word. Lord, thank you for all the millions down through history that have suffered and died so we can hold a copy of it. Help us read it and heed it now in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, thank you. See you tomorrow night. Bye.
Okay, well, that was something. All right, gonna send some random ass memberships out because that's how YouTube kind of works. It allows me to do such. So that way more people can enjoy the members only stream here in a bit. Let me send out the other 5. because it gives you like 10 a month. And so there we go. Oh, random ass everyone got those memberships going on. Yeah, it's gonna be some cool shit right there. All right, and if you weren't the fortunate winner of a membership, and you most definitely want to check out the members only stream coming up later tonight, you know, like a couple of bucks get you in there. I don't know. I'm not good at selling things. I'm good at finding solutions to problems. And if that involves selling a product, I can do that. But just being like out of the blue, cold call, hey, you really need to be a channel member. That's not for me. So, yeah. But all right. Yeah, that was a stream. That was a thing. That was a thing. And I did see the comments about some potential lag earlier. As my chair squeaks. I was loading up the stream. My computer could have been choking for a moment. Remember, this computer is like 11 years old now. This thing is a dinosaur, and yet it's still holding strong. So yeah. Hell, when I got this computer, Hovind was still in jail. All right. Yeah. Don't know exactly when it'll be. It'll be later on tonight or this evening. We'll have the members only stream. Should be watching Night at the Creation Museum and just laughing, having some fun. And yeah, that is that. So as always, much love. Catch everyone next time. I will see you guys later, and I'm going to end this stream